What is going on YouTube? It's King Rigid or Jazz, and today we are going to be talking about my MAGSORC build. Um, I wouldn't say that it's meta because meta is because I told you guys that it wasn't going to be meta, right? And meta for MAGSORC is Dami House, Swarm Mothers, um, basically just max magic cassettes, one piece willpower, three-piece Ancient Grace, Crafty, two-piece Trainee, which it's a really good setup. I tried it. I really did like it. It is meta, obviously, so it's obvious gonna be good, like no matter what, basically. So somebody already went through and like figured out the best whatever. But I would think of that more as like a 1v2 or 1v1 type setup, or if you got like super squishy targets or whatever, then that would be like a 1vX setup. That's not. I've tried a 1vX in that. It is good to burn targets down, but the your damage mitigation, I guess you could say, or your defenses are just not. They're just not where they need to be. You know what I mean? To get like seriously outnumbered. And I like to fight seriously outnumbered sometimes. You know what I mean? And with the setup that I got right now, it makes that like hella possible, bro. Like I've actually had like my best 1vX's was on this build right here just because it's so tanky, you know what I mean? I don't really have to worry about much. We're gonna go get right into it. Alright, so here we go. So basically what we're gonna be running is fortified. Um so we're running a fortified and spinners combination, right? A lot of people wouldn't do that just because like you're not really getting like much like magicka, I guess you could say, out of it, but you have a lot of defense and you have a lot of offense, right? So there's basically no downfall. Your downfall is that you don't have the shields, but you do have the defenses. You know what I'm saying? So you might not have the magicka, but you have the defenses. You might not have the magicka, but you have the offense. And when I say offense, you'll see what I'm saying here in a second. So we got the Nernhone on this spinner's weapon here. Um, the reason why I went Nern and not Pen is just because I already have, it already gives me a lot of Pen. So backbar restoration staff of willpower. I do this because of the maximum magicka, obviously. And then you have the infused weapon damage, spell damage. It's pretty dumb, bro. It's pretty broken. Um, the amount of spell damage and spell penetration that you have on this build is ridiculous. So then we got a Dami House Helm. You know you can't go nowhere without the Dami House, boy. No, this one. No, you got the Dami House Helm. You know what I'm saying? We got the Fortified Brass. Um, Maximum Magicka enchant. You know what I was saying, dude? Reinforced. You know what I mean? Just to get a little bit more. You know, I could have gone Impen, but we'll talk more about that later. Swarm Mothers, Epaulets, shoulder pieces, light. You already know how it is, guys. This right here is, um, I got it to like increase some, some recoveries or whatever. It doesn't. I actually made it like that, as you guys can see right there. Next to the symbol, I actually made it like that. I had an idea that I was gonna do with that. That I actually took. You know what I mean? So this is M pen here, enforce. All right. So M pen, M pen, M pen, M pen. All maximum magicka. I was thinking about making my big pieces tri-stat, but then I started thinking to myself like my max magicka is already kind of low, so I don't want to do all that. We got the infused. Now a lot of sorks. I'm not gonna lie, dude. A lot of sorks will say don't use infused on your jewelry because it takes away from your max magicka or whatever. But yeah, I don't really give a fuck, bro. To be honest with you, you know what I mean? Like if it works, bro, I'm straight nuking people. Uh, my defenses are crazy anyway. Like even if my shield drops, like It's so much easier. It's so much easier to reapply a shield and like keep your brain in order when you're getting like seriously outnumbered and just a bunch of people are hitting on you, but you're tanky enough to tank the damage without the shield. You know what I mean? So not only do they have to get through your shield, but then they have to get through your like crazy defenses too on top of it, right? So yeah, quick teabag for everybody. So we're talking about 40k max mag. We'll do that. 40k max magicka back bar. We got 2k magicka recovery. 24.7 health, whatever, and just under 20k. Well, I guess 19k, whatever. Maximum stamina. We're sitting at 4,125 spell damage, which is pretty crazy because we don't have our continuous. We also don't have our back bar weapon enchant proc. So basically, you're going to be sitting at about just a little bit over 5k, I would say. It's pretty dumb. Oh no, yeah, you're gonna be way over 5k. Because, dude. So basically, with just our little damage thingy procced, you're sitting at 4,692 spell damage. You got 30,000, or not 30,000, but 30.9% spell crit, which is pretty good. And you have 9,514 spell penetration. That's crazy, bro. That's 1/3 of basically everybody's defenses if they're a Nightblade and medium armor. They basically are only gonna have like 10k resistance, 12k resistance. When you're done with the spell penetration, and then they're gonna have to deal with spell damage that's over 5k. So when I say this build hits hard, bro, like this build hits hard. Like it hits like a truck. It's pretty crazy. So even with me just standing right here, guys, my spell resistances and physical resistance is pretty crazy, dude. A lot of people would be like, "Oh yeah, that's good," which that is good. That, you know, that's like hella good. But then you pop this right here, and now you're sitting at 27k and 23k, dude. Like that's just a lot of resistance. You know, that's a lot of extra, and then you add the shields, obviously, like on top of it. You know what I mean? So your shields are obviously not going to be as big as they would be if you had the other stuff on, but I for a 1vX situation, I like the defenses to be there because that does like translate over to your shields and stuff like that, so it all just kind of like intertwines. So even though that the tooltip or whatever on the shields says something like, if it says, what does it say? Okay, so it's 9,000, right? So if I had a bunch of magicka, if I had 50k magicka or whatever, this would be around 11, you know. But the only difference then is when you have that much magicka, your defenses are really low, right? So that translates over to the shield, making your shield take more damage. So what my question is the smaller tooltip on the shield really that big of a deal? Like if you have over 10k more resistances than what another person would have, you know what I mean? So there you go. Plus you have Ball of Lightning. We're gonna go ahead and get into the skills. You guys already know what I'm running, so that's all good and good. I do run the trash pots for the Alliance or whatever that you can get out of PvP for my major sorcery. I do not run major sorcery on this build. There's no other way for me to get it other than that, which that's fine, no big deal. Sticky situation, when you guys are like in an outnumbered situation and you have to use tri-stats, I always have tri-stats on hand. I have them in a really easy position right here, to just scroll up and get them while I'm jumping around doing my little thing. But I don't normally do that like until things get crazy. I'll just boom, right? So we'll pop one of these pots here and kind of show you what's going on with the stats. So in an outnumbered situation, when you need like all your stuff back, you have 2k magicka, 1.5k health, and 1k stamina recovery, which is all really good. And another thing that you could do too, if you guys really wanted to, which I never have a problem with my stamina sustain or my magicka sustain, and that's fighting outnumbered. So And when I say outnumbered, I'm not talking about 2, 3 people, guys. I'm talking about like 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? You got people sniping you from on top of towers, and I mean, but you'll be able to take it, bro. Like you won't even notice it. Like the other day, I was just basically 2-shot and 3-shotting people off of their mounts as they were running to a keep or whatever, and I'm just sitting there doing my thing. Shields are down, defensive buff up on this build, and I get ganked, right? And the ganker who ganked me, I'm not gonna say no names, but the ganker who ganked me is a decent ganker. I mean, he's not the best, but he's decent, and he barely did any damage, bro. I mean, by the time I got up, bro, I might only have been missing like, I don't know. I would say like maybe 5k health maybe, and that was like on a full-on gank, bro, with no shields on, no nothing. I'm just shooting people off their mounts, just doing my thing. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy, bro. Like the amount of damage and the amount of like just sheer badassery that you can get with these 2 sets. It's crazy, but you can make this, you can take off a spell damage if you feel like your spell damage is too high or whatever. I would recommend putting it in stamina recovery if that's what you felt like that you needed. You needed more stamina. Personally, I never have any problems with my stamina, and I'll tell you that, and I'll tell you why in a second here. We're going to go in through the skills here. There was a guy in the last video, I think his name was John or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But he had a pretty good idea. He told me that he uses like a shield front bar, and then he doesn't have the spammable, right? So then the shield, since you have to use your shield all the time anyway, that it will actually proc like a crystal frag, like, and it would proc your frag a lot, right? So you would be able to go with like an execute or whatever it is that you wanted to, and then the shield would like proc your main burst spam, which I thought was a pretty good idea. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, so before we go into the skills and stuff, before we go any further, I just want to say that if you have a way that you play your build, then go ahead and play it like whatever way that you want to play your guys' build or whatever. This is just how I like to do it. Like, this is how I like to play my build. It's comfortable. I'll show you guys some other things too, because basically you have 3 flex spots up front, right? Because for the longest time, I didn't even play with Boundless Storm. So let's do it. So we got Elemental Weapon. If you don't like Elemental Weapon, there's other things that you can do. You can throw on, well, I would put my Mage's Wrath here, but you can throw on Mage's Wrath, Crit Surge, Elemental Drain, Degen. I played with Degen for the longest time. Degen's pretty OP. I mean, I'm not going to say it's like crazy OP or nothing, but it makes your overloads hit pretty hard. And it also, like, I don't know, you can kind of use it as a spammable. Plus, then you can just use tri-stat pots all the time. But I am going to tell you guys one thing. Most of the time, I don't even hit my major sorcery buff. I don't ever feel like I need it, because my guy just does so much fucking damage anyway. It's just, it's crazy. So I wouldn't use that right there. I don't even know why I got that. All right. So yeah. So you can do that, right? So this one right here, this is another flex spot. You could do all kinds of things with this. I just use this because of the CC, bro. If it didn't have a CC, I would not use it. This is only for CCs. Like, you can use a lot of different things to CC, though. You could use Destructive Clunch if you wanted to. That's basically all you got. You can use. So I mean, it's flexible, but it's just not flexible. You know what I mean? So I mean, you got 2 skills you can use. I mean, you don't have to use those 2 skills either, because I guess you can use Streak too, but like nobody's using Streak. Like, what? I mean, if you were in a small group situation, you could use Streak, I guess, if you wanted to, but I'm gonna tell you, dude, Streak, or like Ball Lightning is too good, bro. If you're not using Ball Lightning, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. You can't argue that saying that Streak is better than Ball Lightning to me. Like, you can't prove that. Anyway, so I use this as a CC, because you need a CC. Plus, I like it. You know, you got the only thing I don't like it is like cast time or whatever, and people can roll dodge it. But that's fine because when they roll dodge it, then they're using stamina to roll dodge it, and then you just cast it again. They roll dodge it again. Then basically, then what they're doing is they're just stopping the inevitable. They're going to get caught, right? And they're using all their stamina trying to do it. So I'm down with it. When people use this on me, I just shield up real quick and I let them use it just so I can get the CC over with because I'm not going to sit there and try to avoid a CC that I'm going to get CC'd anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then obviously this, you know, these two aren't flex spots. You basically need crystal fragments and haunting curse. This is all your burst right here. Um, Everything else on the bar though can be swapped to something else. Uh, like you could do the storm atro. I like, you know, overload. This is for like PvE stuff. Ice comment, you know what I mean? So back bar. Harden ward, healing ward, dampen magic. So ball of lightning and dark conversion. You don't really have any flex spots back here, in my opinion, bro. Like I'm saying, like there other people play different ways. Like that one guy, he put, you know, throw a shield up front. But ball of lightning, you know, the reason why I like this skill so much is that dude, it sucks everything into it. You know what I mean? And in a 1vX situation, when you have two wannabe motherfucking sorks, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say any names. But when you have a couple of them wannabe sorks like shooting stuff at you, bro, and you hit them with a ball of lightning and they don't know what to do. You know what I mean? I mean, you can use it so strategically, bro. You can literally streak towards them, walk backwards a little bit, and they're just throwing all their magicka at you, right? And it's all just getting sucked into this ball. You know what I mean? They dump meteors on you. You hit this right, it'll get sucked into the ball. So while these sorks over here are trying to act, you know, all big and bad, you know, with all their little crystal frags and stuff, and they think they're good, you know, doing their little thing. Oh, we got this guy. This guy sucks. And I turn around and just start bursting them down, and they're, oh shit, start running around the tree and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, like ball of lightning is crazy, dude. You don't need no trees, and if you get hit 2 times by dizzy swing, you know that it ensnares you. People can use poisons to ensnare you. Bunch of people can ensnare you. You hit this one time, let's say you don't have no stamina or whatever. You hit this one time, it'll take away all those effects afterwards. So not only is it literally sucking in everyone's abilities, but now it just gave you it just like cleansed you of like snares and immobilizations, bro. Like it's just there are, you know how many times where I've just been like stuck there by like a mag DK's talons or whatever and didn't have no stamina at certain points with trying builds out and stuff like that, and I hit this ability and it just takes it away completely. Like I don't even have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty good, bro. I like it. I don't know, it's just too good. Although Streak is decent, you know, because it's an unblockable CC, it's one of the best CCs in my opinion in the game. But you just lose all this utility. You just lose like crazy amounts of utility. But you can also like CC more than one person at a time, which I guess is better than Rune Cage or whatever. Because you know Rune Cage takes some time to use. Then you gotta. Well, here's my thing on that. Use it strategically. Don't throw CCs out on everybody, and then when you finally got your burst ready to go, you don't have a CC. Because your CC is basically like just a utility thing. Like, so a lot of things that people don't understand about the CC is if you just CC everybody as soon as they can be CC'd, and you're just doing it randomly, and there's no strategic play behind it, and you're just throwing stuff at people just to do it, then that doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, one thing, like with Magplars, a lot of times you'll see them like go to you, CC you first, and then trying to burst you down while you just get up, and then you just jump circles around them and stuff like that. when they're trying to burst you down, but now they can't burst you down because they already used their CC before their burst, and then they're like, oh, well, this guy just heals through all of my abilities, so let me just stack a bunch of points into damage because I can't kill anybody, and then get 3-shot because you don't have any defenses because you don't know how to play the class. You know what I mean? So just use your CC strategically, and you'll be able to do whatever the fuck you want, boy. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, let's go. Anyway, let's get into the champion points, boy. So my champion points over here, bro, is pretty. I'm not 100%. Let me see. What do I do again? Okay, there we go. This one doesn't really matter, guys. To be honest, I don't really know what I got going on over here. This is basically Gifted Rider. Is pretty good. What is this? Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so I mean, basically the only two things that you're gonna really want is like Rationer and Gifted Rider, unless there's something over here that I haven't. I mean this, but I mean that ain't even that big of a deal. This could be considered a big deal to some. I mean, you could throw some points in there. Oh yeah. This one right here reduces your fall damage taken by 7%. I highly recommend that you put that in there. Okay, I'm not saying that it's a must, but okay. Anyway, let's go up here, boy. We got Deadly Aim. Increase your damage done with single target attacks by 2% per stage. It's pretty good. I like it. Yeah, actually, it's actually too good not to have. Let's just put it that way. Resilience. This is a flex spot. If you don't want to have this much or whatever, because I do have 2,600 crit resistance, I wouldn't recommend going lower than that. But you could. A lot of people say that this is like a wasted spot or whatever. Personally, I get the job done. You know what I mean? So people tell me one thing, it goes in one ear, out the other, and then I just continue doing my own thing. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So reduces your damage taken by single target attacks by 2% per stage. Funny story on this, guys. I didn't actually use this, bro. Like I wasn't even using this for the longest time. I was just out there fighting people, and I just jumped in here, and I was like, dude, like, why is this not on? Somehow, like, I don't know what happened, bro. I think that I put my skills in it one day. I never slotted it, and then when I went back in to, like, change my stuff around or whatever, I, like, threw something else on accident, and then it just stayed like that. I just recently put this back on, probably, when was the last time I played? I think the last time I played this game was actually, like, Thursday? And then I hopped on for a second on Friday to see what the golden head. Yeah. So yeah, it is pretty crazy. If you don't have this, you need this. I'm just throwing that out there. So my guy was like mad tanky with the fortified brass. I didn't even have this on. You right? So when I go out there with this on now, I'm gonna be a tanky boy. You know, people are gonna be like, "Oh shit, bro, Hef's a tanky boy." You know, yeah, you can't kill me. No, I'm just playing. But anyway, you got increased max magicka, whatever. So yeah, I mean, you can change them if you guys want. Personally, I like this. You could change this for another thing, max mag. That would be something that you could look into doing. Um, yeah. So I mean, it's all up to you. This one. Increase the effectiveness of your damage shields and damage against shielded enemies by 3% per stage. This is a must-have, no flex spot. You cannot change this. While under the effects of a damage shield, your dodge roll cost. Now, this is what allows me to not really lose out on that much stamina. Like I was telling you guys before. This is really good. So not only, because this can be considered to be a type of damage mitigation to make you tankier if you can roll dodge more, which is really good. Or whatever. Now, if you guys want to change something over and you guys want to have less magicka recovery, though, I would put on Shield Master. Because basically all your magicka goes towards your shields anyway, so... You know what I mean? So that would be something if you wanted to do like a recovery build, or not a recovery build. But if you wanted to have like a little more damage, or you wanted to take the spell, this like the Magicka recovery out, you guys could put the stamina recovery in, and then just throw on like Shield Master if you're having problems with Magicka sustain. Juggernaut. While under the effects of crowd control immunity, you take 2% less damage per stage. This is insane. This is really good, guys. Yeah. Does this work with immovable pots? Like, is this an immovable pot thing? Does that work? I don't know. If you guys know if that works or not, let me know in the comments. Grants 3 magicka, whatever, health, magicka, stamina, recovery per stage. So yeah, that's pretty good. Oh shit. my bad. So how do I do this again? All right, here, let's go back. There is one thing that I was messing around with here. Where is it? Slippery. I was messing around with Slippery, guys. I'm gonna tell you something about Slippery. Now, you could, if you wanted to, you could change this one over to Slippery. I like Slippery. It was kind of weird though, because you know how you feel like that you always got to break free. This gives you free like break freeze. It breaks you free, and it breaks you free like instantaneously, right? So there's no lag behind it. You know, when this happens, like it's like a free lag free break free. You know what I mean? And now if you look at the utility of it, could be pretty good every 21 seconds. Something else that I was messing around with. If you want to have less Magicka recovery, you guys want to do something else. You guys want to make your Magicka recovery more, what the fuck was I gonna say? Spell damage? Then you could use this right here. Increase Magicka and health recovery while under the effects of crowd control immunity by 40 per stage. This does work with immovable pots. I'm not sure if the other one does, but this one does, right? So if you pop an immovable pot to get away, you could pop a stamina immovable pot. This sounds stupid, but you could pop like a stamina immovable pot, or like a stamina magicka. I don't even know if they make that. But then you would also get your magicka and health recovery would go up by like, I think it's like 300 or something. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, let's look at it. Shit. All right. Let's look. Okay, so 200. 200's not bad though. 200's pretty good. Where did I take that out of? Okay. So, yeah, guys, I'm not a fan of this CP stuff. I mean, I am a fan. I like it because you can do other things, but yeah. All right. So, and then I I didn't even put them in my bar, bro. I don't care. So, I am gonna be coming out with another build tomorrow, guys. The only reason why I had to basically like rush this today just because I accidentally oh, there's another guy in the comments who told me to take the HDR off of the PlayStation 5 or whatever, and I forgot to do that. So if this looks weird to you guys, my bad. So I have like today's gonna be a pretty busy day for me, and I accidentally like woke up a little later than I was supposed to, so I'm like running really far behind, so I had to like rush through this as fast as possible, even though I don't really feel like it was that fast because I just talk, dude. Like I'm one of those kind of people, dude. I'll just sit here and I'll talk and I'll talk and I'll talk and I'll talk and I'll never quit, bro. Like you literally have to tell me to shut up, bro. Otherwise, I'll just keep going for no reason. Like, it could be about random shit, right? So even right now, it's just about random shit. I just don't stop talking. But, yeah, so I had a lot of stuff that I have to do today. And so it's kind of like making me rush this video or whatever. And, it honestly sucks because I wanted to bring, like, you guys, like, more builds or whatever. I could probably... Tomorrow morning, I'll be coming out with like another one. I'll let you guys know like another one of my builds. This one right here is just like, I don't know if you've tried it or not. If you haven't tried this build, Or even if you look at this build and you're like, oh, this looks weak. If you play in a group, like a 4-man group, and you guys like to do your little thing in the tower or whatever, or you guys just like to go see how much damage you could take, the amount of utility that Ball of Lightning has with your teammates is ridiculous, bro. Like, let's say you're playing with like a couple of Stam DKs or whatever. Your ability to be tanky, bro, and like use this Ball of Lightning right here to keep your teammates alive from all those other MAGSORCs and stuff out there, and you can CC like really far, like targets, like other MAGSORCs, just like on the fly with this right here. Utility wise, and your amount of tankiness on this build, plus the amount of spell damage you have is just it's crazy. You know what I mean? Now, I just want to make something clear. This probably isn't going to be your best 1v1. I mean, you will be in a 1v1 for a really long time, probably getting extremely bored because you're extremely tanky for no reason. And that's why a lot of people will have different builds for different occasions. Like me, I change my build on the fly all the time. It depends on what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I'm with. I'll also change my CP depending on who I'm with, where I'm going. You know what I mean? So, but most of the time I'm by myself, and like if I'm by myself and there's a pretty crazy Zergon or whatever, and they all like to chase, like when I say chase, I mean they like to take you from one keep to another keep and then try to teabag you when they're done chasing you around, then I throw this on. You're basically, you can be if you're not smart, but if you get killed in this build, then you can't blame it on nothing. What are you gonna blame it on? You know what I mean? Like, what would you blame this on, bro? That you can't. But there's other things that you can do too. You can always cut your guys' stuff apart, right? In the jewelry where it's infused, and you could always make this max mag if you wanted to. You could change all these to arcane. I have a gold one of these somewhere. But you could change all these to arcane, right? It's all up to you. But I'm just saying, this is the base. This is the base, and it works, bro. And if you haven't tried it, it doesn't look that good to you, let me tell you something. Everybody's got spinners, okay? Fortified brass is a crafted set. Go craft yourself some impen fortified brass with a heavy chest. You already have the spinners. With a willpower resto back bar, you could do defending if you wanted to throw a poison on there, right? And go at it. Go fight 2 people at a time, bro. Like, it's crazy. Now, if you have tried it and you don't like it, then, you know, what's going on? You know, like, how do you not like it? You know what I mean? Or, you know, a lot of people, they might like the other impreg. A lot of people like impreg, which impreg is good too. I'm not shitting on impreg. Impreg is pretty good, but it's only good when people crit, basically. You know what I mean? But it does give you a line of magicka. I think it gives you like a line of health or whatever. But it's only good when people crit, which the normal would be about 30% of the time. So you're getting the damage mitigation 30% of the time. But when people crit, then they crit for a lot, right? So that's why I have 2.6k crit resistance, because even when they do crit that 30%, 40% of the time, whichever it is, then I still have the resistance there to make me tanky. You know what I mean? So now I have the resistances, and I have the crit resistance, plus the shields. You know what I mean? Oh, you want to know what I didn't go over? Here we go. So we got some of this stuff right here. Minor protection. Oh shit, yeah, my bad. So on top of our tankiness, bro, dude, I'm telling you, bro, I'm all over the place, dude. I'm running temporal guard back bar, right? So on top of that, then we take 5% less damage too. So you know, you're gonna run out in the Cyrodiil with this shit on, bro. People are they're gonna be like confused. They're gonna be crying. They're gonna, oh, your shields are so tough. Oh, da 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 da, just crying. You know what I mean? Increase your maximum magicka, or not, dude. I shit you not, bro. I'm gonna get it. Increase your I was gonna, dude. I shit you not. I'm saying maximum magicka for no reason, dude. Increase your magicka recovery by 310. All right, Jesus, what is going on today, bro? There's too much pre-workout, dude. I'm telling you, dude. That's crazy. All right. But yeah, dude, I hope you guys liked the video or whatever. My bad, dude. Like, I'm always like, I got a lot of energy and stuff too, so I don't know if like the way that I talk annoys you or whatever, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the build. Don't knock it before you try it. And to everybody who uses it, I'll see you guys out there. People are gonna be calling us TankyBois. They're gonna be like, oh shit, that's a tanky boy. Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to you guys later and have a good rest of your day.